Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for having me in this video. So actually my name is Virginia Sari Anissa and I'm sixth semester student in English Education Department in Mandalika University of Education. So this video is made for fulfilling the assignment from Mr. Aprianoto in educational psychology course that I take for this semester. And in this part, actually, I would like to tell you about the explanation of my report, observation report. So, firstly, in these sessions, I'm gonna talk more about chapter one, and there are 4 points that I'm gonna talk in chapter one. The first one is the background, and the second one is actually problem statement, and the third one is objectives in these observations, and the last one, the advantage of conducting these observations. So let's move on to the background. So there are like 2 points about the background in these observations. So actually the first one is my PLP program, or school field introductions, that was conducted around 4 months. And actually, the second background is this observation is conducting to fulfill the assignment from Mr. Aprianoto, so that the students or me personally will know and understand more about the complexity of adolescence, especially in my PLP program in Senior High School 11 Mataram. So based on that background, actually, I'm gonna move on to the problem statement. So I have like 2 problem statement. So I hope that these observations will prove to you that the theory I give in these observations will prove that adolescents in Senior High School 11 Mataram firstly have like the developmental tasks of adolescents, and the second one also these observations should prove to you that the characteristic of adolescence is related to the theory and the reality that I get from these observations. And after that problem statement, actually I have like 4 objectives of these observations. The first one is actually how then the objective of this observation is to know more and to understand more about the adolescence characteristic in Senior High School 11 number one. And the second one, this observations is conducted to know more and understand more about the adolescence development and its aspects in Senior High School 11 number one, 11 Mataram. And this the third objectives is actually how then we will analyze more and know more the issues generally faced by the adolescents in Senior High School 11 Mataram. And the last objectives is actually how then we will know more about the developmental tasks of adolescents in Senior High School 11 number one. So based on like 4 objectives of these observations, I get like one big and general advantage for these observations. What is that actually? So the advantage is how then the researcher will be able to analyze the issues and the alignment with the development aspect of adolescence. So it means that those 3 things will be correlated and will be related to each other, and it will be a beneficial things to be used to the next researchers, not only me. So I think based on those explanations, I'm gonna move on to the chapter two. So after this, you are gonna listening to my explanations in chapter two about the literature review and also the definitions of other points in my observations. Okay, and we are gonna continue this discussions to chapter two. It's like literature review, and it consists of the definitions of adolescence, or actually, adolescence is teenagers. Like the common words of adolescence is teenagers. And what is teenagers actually? So teenagers is actually a group like typically are around 13 to 19 years old, and actually teenagers like have changes and shift of their physical appearance, especially their body, because of like some hormones in biology. And Actually, why I'm saying this, because the changes of their physical appearance is also influence how then they will have like unstable emotional. So I can claim that actually teenagers are unstable emotionally. That's why sometimes they still need like some guidance and good role model to keep on a good track. So why I come from these definitions? Actually, I take like three definitions from, firstly from Erickson, from Piaget, and Vygotsky. And I take Vygotsky as the main theory that I use for these observations. Why? Because in Vygotsky 1978, it emphasizes about how then the role of peer relationship and the cultural environment really support the situations, the feelings of the teenagers to be improved and to be developed at the end. So it means that the social and cultural development really affects to the teenagers itself. So it will be discussed more in this video, but actually there are like three considerations that I will bring in these observations. What are they? The first one is a social emotional development. So we will talk more the correlation and the relations between adolescents or teenagers toward the social emotional development. And the second one is we are gonna talk more about the cognitive language development. And the last one is about social emotional relationships. Now we are not only talking about the development of social emotional, but also the relationship among the teenagers. It can be like how then they will communicate, how then they will interact to each other. So I think it's really clear that I will take one subject in my observations. It's like male students in senior high school 11 Mataram, and he was willing to share his thought to me, and I think it's really good to be observed. And I will attach like his video while I was interviewing him, and I think it's really interesting because I think even if he thinks that life issues access, but it doesn't mean that he has to think like negatively. So I think it's really good to take like some of his point of view, and I'm gonna attach this. So I was conducting these observations by doing by giving like questionnaire, and after that I was doing like some interview to like one students in senior high school 11 number 11 in Mataram. So other than that, I will give you the video while I was interviewing the subject in these observations.
Nama saya Husnul Ipang Maulana, biasanya dipanggil Ipang.
Ipang kelas berapa?
Kelas 10
Di sekolah?
di sekolah SMAN 11 Mataram.
Oke. Boleh tahu umurnya berapa, Ipang?
Sekitar 19 tahun.
Oke. Siap pertanyaan pertama?
Siap.
Oke. Pertanyaan pertama, apakah Ipang menerima keadaan fisik serta pemberian Tuhan?
Kayaknya begitu. Seharusnya manusia mensyukuri apa yang diberikan oleh Tuhannya. Sesungguhnya manusia itu diciptakan dengan bentuk yang sebaik-baiknya. Hanya manusia saja yang memandang orang lain itu jelek atau buruk. Tapi di mata Tuhan kita ini sama.
Berarti Ipang bersyukur nggak?
Ya.
Hasil yang kedua, apakah Ipang merasa bahwa Ipang mampu bertanggung jawab dalam lingkungan masyarakat?
Untuk dikatakan bertanggung jawab masih belum. Saya hanya berusaha untuk bertanggung jawab. Contohnya misal apa namanya misal seseorang kehilangan barangnya dikarenakan perbuatan saya, maka saya akan mengganti barang tersebut semampu saya.
Terima kasih. Lalu apakah Ipang mempunyai cita-cita di masa depan? Kalau ada, cita-citanya apa?
Ada banyak sebenarnya.
Oke, mulai
Yang pertama dokter spesialis penyakit dalam. Dan yang kedua, jadi pengusaha, karena untuk menjadi seorang dokter itu diperlukan biaya yang banyak dan waktu yang banyak juga.
Dua itu aja. Ada
Hmm,
lagi?
cukup nggak sih? Kalau panjang.
Apakah Ipang saat berbicara seperti ini, misalkan Ipang menghargai lawan bicara?
Apakah saya menghargai wanita?
Iya.
Seperti yang saya lakukan kepada Anda, yaitu menghargai untuk mendengarkan.
Lalu, apakah Anda sudah mengalami masa pubertas dan pada usia berapa Anda sadar?
Sekitar 14 atau 15 tahun.
Sekitar 4 tahun ya?
Ya.
Oke. Lalu, apakah Ipang merasa bahwa Ipang mempunyai permasalahan hidup?
Iya.
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 Iya. Iyanya ragu-ragu.
Ragu-ragu.
Iya.
Karena masalah hidup tidak usah dibagikan ke orang lain.
Tapi ada ya?
Iya, ada.
Oke. Lalu kita ngomongnya sedikit soal keluarga. Bagaimana kondisi keluarga Ipang?
Saya cuma tinggal berdua sama bapak saya karena ibu saya meninggalkan saya waktu kecil. Diceraikan kan sebelumnya.
Saudara sebelumnya Ipang ada punya saudara?
Ada, tapi dia meninggal karena penyakit diabetes.
Baru-baru ini atau sudah?
2016 dia meninggal.
Lalu apakah selama di sekolah Ipang mengalami kesulitan dalam belajar?
Hanya beberapa mata pelajaran tertentu yang berkaitan dengan hitung-hitungan atau angka, ya,
Fisika, kimia,
kecuali itu.
kecuali. Oke. Kalau kita nggak ngomongin lagi soal pelajaran, kita ngomongin sama teman. Apakah Ipang pernah mengalami bullying atau perundungan?
Pernah. Waktu itu pas MPLS di sekolah masih saya ingat orang.
Apa yang dilakukan sampai Ipang menganggapnya sebagai perundungan?
Melakukan hal-hal yang tidak saya suka seperti mengganggu.
Okay, so after the video when I was interviewing one of the students in senior high school 11 number 1, I got like several conclusions, but before we jump to the final conclusion, I have like the results of my observations, and I'm like there are like 10 results, 10 points of my results about these observations towards my subject, right? So the first one is my subject in this observation. He accepts himself and his physical appearance. It means that he really realized that he accepts himself, so that he can be grateful to what God gives to him. And the second one is actually he really realized that he must be grateful to what God gives to him. So I think it's a really good point. While some of teenagers cannot do what he does. And the third one is, I think my subject is observations. Try to be responsible in society. I know it's such kind of like awkward and strange, but I think it is like it must be appreciated. Why? Because not all people in this world can admit that they are not responsible, but my subject can admit that he is not responsible yet, but he tries to be responsible. So I think it's really good point. And the fourth one is when I was asking him about what does he want to be, like he was answering like he wants to be like internist and also the entrepreneur. I think like he has a big and visionary dreams in the future. I think it's really good as a teenagers if you are considering that he is a teenager. And the fifth is actually he realizes when he got puberty. He told like between 14 or 15 years old. I think it's really good because he knows about himself well, I think. And when I was asking about there is problem or not, he really accepts the idea if we have so many problems and issues for sure. So the acceptance that he has, I think, is really good to be improved at the end, right? Even if I'm talking about the problems, and he is really calm to tell about his family situations and so on. I think it doesn't affect his mentality, or it doesn't affect his emotions. So I think it's really really good. And the sixth point that I want to convey is even if he realizes about issues, but he still admits that he got or faced some difficulties in learning process. Probably he admits about how then he thinks that mathematics is difficult. I think it proves to us that even if he looks really mature, but he is still a teenager. And what else, even after that, he told me about his difficulty in mathematics, but he admits and told me about his favorite subjects. He really loves science. Yes, I think it's really related to his dreams, because he wants to be like internist, and he loves science. I think it's really it really has like correlations to each other, right? And after I discussing more about his learning process and his development in studying, I was asking him about bullying. So I think because he looks different. So I was asking about bullying, and he admits that he experienced it. He was experiencing like some bullying in the beginning of senior high school, when he was in orientation moment. So he admits that bullying is such kind of rude and harsh actions. So I think it's really good because he is really aware about how then he will avoid that kind of actions. I mean, like he really realize how then he will avoid uh, to not bully each other. I think it's really really different among teenagers as usual. And the last point that I can take from my subject is actually when I was asking him about how often he prays to God. He was sure that he is really religious. I think it's really good, because at the first I told you that he really believes himself, and he really knows himself well. So as teenagers, I think that is like a good point from him. Even like sometimes I found like he is not stable emotionally, but so far he's really good by admitting so many things, and he doesn't feel ashamed about that. Okay, so we reached the last part of this video, and also the last part of my observations is like my conclusions about what I get from my observations. So firstly, my subject, I know that he is like 19 years old, so I can mention that he is actually a late adolescent student in senior high school 11 Mataram. So but I think through this observation, I can say that I gain a better understanding of adolescence. Why? Because I can compare a mainstream and unusual situation of adolescence, and it is proved by my subject in observations. What else? I think the environment and also like the peer relationship that my subject has must be improved. Why? Because it will make my subjects keeps on the track, keep on the good track. Why it is really important, as I said before, like Vygotsky in his theory emphasized about the peer relationships and also like cultural environment. It's really helpful if those things support the adolescents in their growing period. So um, so the conclusion is the good environment will support how far and how stable the adolescents to improve themselves. And it's not only about improving, but it's also about how then we will build that teenager or that adolescents as a good generations in the future. So I think that's all from my conclusions that I can take from this part. So thank you so much for having me in this video, and I hope I can see you in another video. Thank you.